In this video, we want to talk about the periodic table. The periodic table is actually the systematic arrangement of elements in order of increasing atomic number. Now, you can see that the elements are arranged in rows that we call the periods, and also in columns that we call the groups or the families. Now, every element in the same group, they have similar chemical properties due to the same number of valence electrons that is in their outermost shell. We have the group 1 element that is made up of hydrogen, lithium, sodium, and so on. Now, they have single valence electron, which they are ready to lose to form +1 cations. So their charge is usually +1. They have low melting and boiling points, which decreases down the group. Of course, they are very good conductors because they form ionic compounds. So they are very good conductors because they are metals. So that's the group 1 elements. The next to them is the group 2. The group 2, the beryllium, the magnesium, the calcium, and so on. So these people, they are all reactive, but the group 1 are more reactive than them. So they are all reactive and they are never found in their pure form. And from group 3 to group 12 are actually the transition metals. You can see my video on the transition metals, the D block elements. They are the transition metals, you can see them. Then the group 13, or we also call them the 3A. Let me use the Roman figure, 3A. So the 3A, they have 3 valence electron. This is them in their outermost shell. And in terms of reactivity, boron is generally unreactive at moderate temperature. Aluminium and gallium, they are amphoteric. What we mean by that is that their oxides and their hydroxides can react with both acids and with bases. The next is group 14. For carbon, it is very essential for all life and a key component of organic chemistry. For silicon, silicon is used to make semiconductors, computer chips, and the rest. For gallium, the next is germanium, and germanium is also used for cosmetics. For tin, tin is actually soft and malleable. Lead is high because of its high corrosive or corrosion resistance. The next is group 15. The group 15, you have -3 oxidation states, -3 oxidation states, and the next is group 16, -2 oxidation states, and the next is group 17. They have -1 oxidation state because they are the halogens. You can see my video on the halogens. And these are the noble gases. That is the group 18. They are unreactive because they have complete outermost shell. Before we go to the questions, actually, other things I want us to also notice is atomic size. The atomic size is actually, it decreases across period. So you need to note that it decreases across a period and increases down the group because of time. Then the next thing is ionization energy. This is actually the minimum energy that is required to remove the first electron from a neutral atom. And this ionization energy and electronegativity, electronegativity itself is a measure of atoms' ability to attract a shared electron to itself. So both ionization energy and electronegativity increase across a period and decrease down a group. So the first question in the past question here says, the periodic classification of elements is an arrangement of the elements in order of their, the answer is atomic number. The next question says, an element has the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p4. It is a dash metal, an alkaline earth metal. The alkaline earth metal are the group 2. They are the group 2, while the alkali metals are the group 1. So, but the person that has this is actually a p block. The next question says, sodium and potassium belong to the same group of the periodic table. This is because both are metals, both are soft and lighter than water, both form cations by losing electrons, both have identical electronic configuration. We can say that both of them form cations by losing one electron. So both of them belong to group 1. So they lose one electron to form a +1 cation. So the answer is C. The next question says, an element is electronegative if A, it has a tendency to exist in the gaseous form, B, its ion dissolve readily in water, C, it has a tendency to lose electrons, it has the tendency to gain electrons. This is actually the definition of electronegativity. So D is the option. The next question says, the energy change accompanying the addition of an electron to a gaseous atom is called electron affinity. The correct option is electron affinity. The next question says, the noble gases owe their inactivity to octet configuration. It means that they are outside their valence shell is completely filled, 8 octet, which is what makes it difficult or impossible, very, very difficult for them to accept an extra electron. That is why they hardly partake in chemical reactions. The next question says, in the periodic table, what is the property that decreases along the period and increases down the group? The answer is the atomic radius. The next question says, in order to remove one electron from 3s orbital of gaseous sodium atom, about 496 kilojoule per mole of energy is required. This energy is referred to as A, electron affinity, B, ionization energy, activation energy, electronegativity. Is actually the ionization energy to ionize that electron. The next question, number 9, says, look at this electronic configuration. It says an element with the electronic configuration above is a dash. So non-metal, metal, transition element, group 2. Now, if you check how many electrons, you will notice that we have 27 electrons, by extension 27 protons. So it means the atomic number is 27. And who is the person that owns atomic number 27? It is cobalt, and cobalt is actually a transition metal. The next question, number 10, says 4 elements W, X, Y, and Z have atomic numbers of 2, 6, 16, and 20 respectively. Which of these elements is a metal? Now, you need to see that this person is 2, so 2 means he is helium. Then the next person is 6, X is 6, and 6 is carbon. The next person is 16, which is Y. Y is 16, and 16 is sulfur. The other person, Z, is 20, so Z is 20, and 20 is calcium. So, and all of this, it is calcium. Calcium belongs to group 2, so Z is the answer. The next question says, elements in the same period in the periodic table have the same dash. chemical properties, physical properties, number of shells. If they are in the same period, then they have the same number of shells. The next question says group 4 elements are dash monoatomic, good oxidizing agents, highly electropositive electron donors. That's where carbon belongs. They are good oxidizing agents. The next question says this electronic configuration is the electronic configuration of dash. If you check what is here, 10 plus 2, 12. So what we have is maximum of 12 electrons here, by extension 12 protons. So the atomic number of 12. Chlorine has atomic number of 17. Magnesium has atomic number of 12, which is the correct answer. Aluminium has 13. Sodium has 11. So this person is